starts walking through the door, and the lights come on. And then my son is just standing there looking at an empty stage. People are pushing past me, and nobody's recognizing me. I'm like, man, this place fucking sucks. I said, come on, son, let's get out of here. And then my son looks back at me and he says, Dad, please, I have to meet him. I was like, oh my God. So I took him backstage. I've known Kevin for years, too. Can you believe I was scared to knock on his dressing room door? I almost said, son, I haven't seen him for a long time, but and one of Kevin's goons opened the door. Hey, what's up, baby? How you doing, man? It's good to see you, brother. What you doing in this area? This is a terrible area. Yeah, actually, I live around here. Listen, is Kevin here? My son just wanted to meet him real quick. Well, I don't know, because Kevin's about to eat dinner. Just think Kevin came around the corner to see who it was. Oh, shit. What's up, babe? Come on back. I was just about to have dinner. I don't know if you guys ate, but you're welcome to join me if you'd like. And then my son pushed past me some cold shit. He goes, actually, Mr. Hart, we haven't eaten in several hours. Man, Kevin took us into his back room. This guy had a fucking spread. It was Tuesday night. This motherfucker's having Sunday dinner. It was steaks, chops, corn with butter all over it. My son was eating all fast, embarrassing. I was like, slow down, son. Then I looked over in the corner and there was a box. Custom-made jerseys for the local team. Each one was hand-stitched, and on the back they stitched on the King on all. Kevin saw me staring at that box, and he went over and grabbed one of them jerseys, and he walked right to my son. He said, hey, little man, I want you to have this. And my son said, thanks, Mr. Hart. This is when I got mad. He goes, your father ever makes you mad, put that on. And he walked out. Oh, that was some cold shit. Then I realized, I looked up what Kevin made on Google. I couldn't believe that shit. Kevin is the first comedian that a Drake song could be about. Kevin could walk around his house and sing All Me, and the whole song would still be true. Got everything, I got everything. I cannot complain, I don't even know how much I really made. I forgot, it's a lot. Fuck that, never mind what I got. And his wife be like, Kevin, come to bed. He'd be like, ho, shut the fuck up. I got way too much. You know how much money you have to tell a girl to shut the fuck up? I have quiet please money at best. I'd have to take a loan out for shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, that's Jay-Z money. And Beyonce got, no, you shut the fuck up.
Just afraid of being attacked. Happens to the best of us. Don't ever forget what happened to that French actor. You know what I'm talking about? Juicy Smouillet. He's a very French, very famous French actor. Y'all never heard of Juicy Smouillet? Juicy Smouillet is an actor from France. And he became famous on a show called Empire. One night, he was in Chicago late at night and was the victim He was the victim of a racist and homophobic attack. You see, Juicy Smouye is gay and he is black, not just French. Oh, it was a crazy story. Apparently, when he was walking down the street late at night, two white men came out of the shadows with MAGA hats on and beat him up. Tied a rope around his neck, called him all kinds of niggas, and put some bleach on him and ran off into the night. This shit was like international news. And everybody was furious, especially in Hollywood. It's all over everybody's Twitter feed, Instagram page, justice for Juicy and all this shit. The whole country was up in arms. He was talking about it all the time on the news. And for some reason, African Americans, we were like oddly quiet. We were so quiet about this shit that the gay community started accusing African American community of being homophobic for not supporting him. What they didn't understand is that we were supporting him with our silence. Because we understood that this nigga was clearly lying. None of these details added up at all. He said he's walking down the street in Chicago and white dudes come up to him and say, "Hey man, aren't you that faggot nigger from Empire?" A fuck? Does that sound like how white people talk? No white people. They don't talk like that. Are you that faggot nigger from Empire? They would never say that. It sounds like something that I would say. If you're racist and homophobic, you're not even gonna know who this nigga is. You can't watch Empire. Black people never feel sorry for the police, but this time we even felt sorry for the police. Can you imagine if you was a police veteran taking this kid's police report? Okay, Mr. Smouye, please tell me what happened. All right, 2 a.m. You left the house at 2 a.m. It's minus 16 degrees. Okay. You were walking. You were walking. All right. And where were you going? Subway. Sandwiches? That's when the men approached you? Did you see them? Do you have any? Okay, what do they have on? MAGA hats! MAGA hats on in Chicago? Excuse me 1 second, Mr. Smouye. Frank, come here for a second. Find out where Kanye West was last night. How old are you, man? You. 24, you don't know shit. You don't know shit. You gotta Google shit that I lived through. See, this is why I lock motherfuckers' phones up. Seriously. Because the young kids, you guys, look, you need to take a break from that. We all need to break just from that technology, just for a minute. You know, I'm from a different time, young man, a dark time to you. I'm from a time that I didn't even used to know who was on the phone until I answered the shit. Like when tragedy used to strike. I remember I was 12 years old and the teacher wheeled a television set into the classroom. You know these things? And she turned it on to one of 3 channels. And she said, class, the space shuttle is taking off and we're all gonna watch it take off. Man, that shit was going great for like 3 to 5 minutes. That's right. You remember. It fucking exploded. Right on television. Everybody on board. Dead. Immediately presumed dead. It was so bad, the teacher looked at all the kids and was like, you can go home. It's a goddamn national tragedy. This was Cold War America. The Russians were laughing at us. My point is, a guy your age wouldn't even know the pain because in your generation, it's like the space shuttle blows up every fucking day. How can you care about anything when you know every goddamn thing? I'm getting over one cop shooting, and then another one happens, and then another one happens, and another one happens. I'm crying about Paris, and then Brussels happens. I can't keep track of all this shit, so you just give the fuck up. That's the hallmark of your generation, and that's fucked up because your generation lives in the most difficult time in human history. This is the age of spin, the age where nobody knows what the fuck they're even looking at. Did you know that Planned Parenthood is for abortions? It's for people that don't plan things out at all. That's right. So a guy your age doesn't really know how he feels. Are you pro-choice? Are you anti-consequences? What does it all really mean? It's easier not to care for you, but for us, we train you were raised that way. I used to watch a fucking cartoon when I was growing up called Care Bears. It was about a fucking group of teddy bear people. They were like teddy bears, but they were like people, and they were all different colors, and they all fucking just walked around caring. They cared about each other and everything else. They all had different designs on their stomachs, and the designs told you something about what they might be like inside. Very, very loving group of beings. And when shit got real bad, as nice as those teddy bears were, they didn't get mean faces. They got determined. And the leader would say, come on, guys, it's time for the Care Bear Stare. Remember that shit? And then little teddy bears would lock arms and stare at the problem. And I'm not even bullshitting. Actual love would shoot out of their chest and would dispel anything that was fucked up. And when we grew up, we wanted to be like these folks. And then we got our hearts broken. We found out that life wasn't going to last. And that it's impossible to shoot love out of your chest. However, I have shot love onto somebody's chest before. I do it all the time. It's the next best thing. I don't know if you ever saw on TMZ the big headline, Dave Chappelle drunk on stage in Detroit. Well, if you saw it, I wasn't drunk. I had smoked some reefer with some rappers. Yeah. I don't know if you know anything about hanging out with rappers, but their whiskey is very strong. Stronger than what I was accustomed to. The article goes on to say I was booed off stage, which is also incorrect. I was booed. I did not leave. It was a long bump. It was a fucking nightmare. $2 a week, that's all it was. $2. I never had that happen. When I take $2 a weed, I looked at the guy next to me, I was like, I'm gonna bomb nigga, I can feel it. And that guy called my name, Dave Chappelle. Niggas was like, yeah. Now, normally when you do a comedy show, you guys don't know what it looks like up here, but niggas be looking up at you. That's how the show started. Didn't take long for the faces to switch up. Started looking amongst themselves. So I knew I wasn't doing good. I don't remember what I was saying. It just took one person to break the ice. Black lady with a Ford Motor shirt on. Stood up suddenly. Fuck you, Dave Chappelle. I said, excuse me? She said, I worked all week for this shit, and this show sucks. And in a weird act of racial harmony, a conservative white guy stood up and backed her up. Yeah! The whole crowd band together and started chanting, we want our money back. We want our money back. I said, oh shit. Snapped out of it. Good people of Detroit, hear me. Hear me now. You will never get your fucking money back. Fuck that. I said, I'm like Evel Knievel. I get paid for the attempt. I didn't promise this shit would be good. Boo, they said, fuck you. This went on for a long time. And then after the show, I felt so bad, I took half of the money from the show, thousands of dollars. I said, I'm gonna give this to charity. You know what I did? I bought $25,000 worth of bubble gum and drove around Detroit and handed it out to the homeless so they could chew it and still be hungry. I was very mad at Detroit that night. Because not only did I bomb, nigga, I had to go back to the very same room the next night and do it all over again. Fucking nightmare. That would be like if you were having sex with a woman and for some reason, this would never happen, but for some reason, she had a mouse trap in her pussy. You get caught in the trap. And then you gotta fuck her again tomorrow night. I'd still do it, but you know, I'd be careful the next time. The old mouse trap in the pussy trick, eh? Fool me once. Yeah, it was a tough time. And I wanted to give up sometimes. I almost did give up, but then right before I gave up, I decided not to. But I made the call. I answered the phone. Hello? Dancing with the Stars. I said, not yet. Not yet. Yeah. Oh, if you see me on that shit, it's over. Trust me. My spirit is broken. If you see me waiting for them judges, getting critiqued on my cha-cha, fuck that. I've been watching that new OJ show. I can't get enough of that shit. Doesn't it bring back good memories? I forgot how, like, just how polarizing that OJ case was. And you know, I've met OJ Simpson on 4 different occasions in my life. And before the end of the show, I will tell you about each of those occasions. The first time I met OJ Simpson, I was in Santa Monica. I can't believe a black dude was like, Santa Monica. He was the last niggas I was expecting to say that. See his shoes. She got some bands on, nigga. What you got? Santa Monica! At the time, I was 18. I had done a show, and the guy from the club came up and was like, hey, OJ Simpson's here. He said he wants to meet you. I said, what? Fuck yeah. I ran down the steps, and OJ was down there and said, hey, young man, how are you? It's very good to meet you. And you're doing really good work. Good things happen for you in your life. I was like, man, thanks, Mr. Juice. Standing beside me, well, I don't know the nice way of saying this, his soon-to-be slain wife. Ladies and gentlemen, man the fuck up or you're not gonna make it to the end of this show. Just man the fuck up. She's dead, you already know. We know what happened. We don't know who did it. But we know what happened. I should tell you that woman was very nice to me. She actually embraced me. She said, I think you're adorable. And she hugged me. She goes, good luck to you. And she held me for a long time. And I whispered in her ear, bitch, are you trying to get us both killed? I'm just kidding, I didn't say that. But that was the first time in a nutshell. The second time I met O.J. Simpson. Right after the trial of the century, there I was, now a young man of probably 23. O.J. Simpson is the most famous or infamous face on planet Earth. I was in a restaurant in Beverly Hills with my agent. I wasn't alone in the restaurant, I was alone. I was the only black person in the restaurant. And in the 90s, that felt very uncomfortable. Now I tend to enjoy it at this age. I was having dinner with my agent celebrating a deal that they told me was lucrative that I later learned fucking sucked. And suddenly, a group of women walked by. Every race was in that group. Black, white, Asian, Latina, white, and white again. They were all gorgeous. I watched them walk by. Then, I saw a familiar face. Al Collins, the man from the infamous Bronco chase, walked by and embraced one of them, and they walked towards the door. Couldn't believe it. And then, close behind him, was O.J. Simpson, newly released from jail. The restaurant felt still. I was shocked. I didn't mean to say it out loud, but it just came out. O.J. He stopped. Turned around to see me said it, saw my black face, and correctly assumed it was me. I was sitting in the corner of the booth. He leaned over all the white people I was having dinner with. He shook my hand. How are you doing? He looked in my eyes, and I could see in his eyes that he didn't remember meeting me the first time. And then he walked away. I looked back at my agents, and all of them had nothing short of disgust on their faces. And the only one with the courage to voice their disgust was a woman named Sharon, who used to represent me. How could you, she said? How could you shake hands with that murderer? I said, Sharon, with all due respect, that murderer ran for over 11,000 yards. And he was acquitted, so, you know, fuck it. Glove didn't fit. Glove didn't fit. Get over yourself. The third time I met O.J. Simpson. Third time I met O.J. Simpson, I was doing great in life. I just finished the second season of Chappelle's Show. Man, those were good days. I was playing a comedy club in Miami, the Improv. I don't know if you've ever been, but if you have, you'd know. The door for the green room is right on the stage. Can you imagine such a thing? If I walked out of the door of the green room, bam, I'm just right here. It's right from the dressing room. And I did that. I walked out, and the whole crowd was like, hooray! And I looked, ma'am, as close as you are to me, I saw him as soon as I came out, the juice. And I saw recognition in his eyes, and it filled me with pride that he knew who I was. I didn't acknowledge his presence because it was a white audience, and I didn't want to start a panic. But I did my show. Show went great. I said, good night, everyone. They all said, yay! And I didn't say nothing to OJ, but I just gave him the signal, let him know I knew he was there. And I walked into the green room, and OJ was already in there. I was like, how the fuck is this possible? I was scared. And then my friends came in and we all started talking. We sat down on the couch And I'm just telling you what I saw with my own eyes. You can believe me or not believe me. But in my experience, O.J. Simpson, one of the nicest men I'd ever met. He was nice to me. He was nice to my friends. The conversation was filled with warmth and levity, humor, and wisdom. We talked for 90 minutes, and then suddenly the Juice said, "You know what? I've got to be going. But it's good to see you again, and I'm glad things went so well." I said, "Thanks, Juice." And my friend said, "Yeah, goodbye, Mr. Juice." They're new to the game. He said, "No, thank you for your hospitality. Good night, guys." And we said, "Good night." And he just walked out of the room. And as soon as the door closed, we all looked at each other like, that nigga did that shit. I could feel like murder in the room. Wait. I forgot. The fourth time I met O.J. Simpson. The fourth time is not the funniest time, but it was the last time I'd see the Juice. For some reason, I was at the Kentucky Derby. It's a very long story. This is right after I quit Chappelle's show in spectacular fashion. There was a party hosted by Michael Jordan, and every athlete I'd ever admired was in that room. Yes. And then I saw a familiar face by the bar, standing there, drinking alone. It was Chris Tucker. Now, you have to remember, at this time, we were both technically missing. And we went over and were talking with one another, and motherfuckers were amazed to see us together. Seeing me and Chris Tucker at that point would be like seeing Bigfoot riding a unicorn. You wouldn't believe that's what you were seeing. And then, through all the gawkers, a familiar face pushed through the crowd. Here he was again, the Juice. He had his camera ready. He was like, "Dave, Chris, good to see you guys. Hey, come on, guys, let's all get together for a picture." And at the same time, me and Chris were like, "No. Can't do that." Sorry, Juice, my career's too flimsy to survive a picture with you. That's the end. Good night. I give all married men the same advice, gay or straight. Get a dog. This dog will love you all the time, but she's not going to. It's real talk. I didn't even know about dogs, and my kids got the dog. They brought him home from the shelter, and I didn't even want him. They were like, "Can we keep him?" I said, "Nope." I said, "Where'd you even get this dog?" They're like, "We got him from the shelter." I was like, "Ugh. Probably something wrong with him. Can't keep him." And then my kids started crying and screaming like the dog had gambling debts. "Please, Dad, if you don't let us keep him, they're gonna kill him." I was like, "Oh." All right, you can keep him. And this dog was a menace. I hated his guts. Then one night I'd smoked a bunch of weed, and I was eating a sandwich, and Baba came over. Baba's the dog. He came over and was staring at me. This will make you very uncomfortable if you're just looking at you usually. I had to give him a piece of my sandwich so he'd go away. And that's how we became friends. Now, if you see me walking down the street with Baba, I ain't got no leash or nothing. He walks right next to me. If I stop, he'll stop. And if I go, he'll go. And all my friends are like, "Yo, Dave, that shit is dope. How you train Baba to do that shit?" I've never trained Baba. I'm just a messy eater. If I drop food and Baba's not around, all I gotta do is call him. "Baba!" He's a black dude's dog, so he doesn't come right away. He peeks first to see what's going on. I gotta tap my foot so he can see the food. "Over here, little buddy." And he's like, "Thanks, Dave." He'll come get it and run off. But he knows all my habits. Like if he smells weed in the house, he'll be like, nah, this motherfucker's about to eat. And he'll just come running. Baba got me through a very difficult time in my marriage. We spend the most time together. Like, it's not that me and my wife don't spend time together, but we've been married so long, it's like we don't talk like, I don't know if anyone's married here, but if after 10 years, all that chatty shit goes away. You've said it all. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're just in the zone. She says the same shit to me every night before she goes to bed. I'll be the last one up. She's like, "Let me get some sleep, Dave. Good night." "All right, babe, we'll stay up and watch television. Good night." And she'll walk halfway up the steps. "David? Don't eat the kids' lunch." And then she walks away. Well, the crazy shit is I don't even eat their lunch anymore. Back in the day, I used to eat that shit. You know how that goes. I might smoke some weed in the middle of the night, and she'll leave neatly wrapped sandwiches all over the kitchen. I'm gonna eat it. What's the big deal? Why can't you just make another one in the morning? I mean, it's like, I got sons anyway. And sons love everything their dads do. My kids will be at school the next day and be like, "Oh, Dad did my sandwich. Oh, shit!" Their dad is Dave Chappelle, man. And you could trade that sandwich for something better. What I'm doing is adding value to their lunch. I actually write jokes backwards. I will write a punchline with no particular setup in mind. I just put it on a scrap of paper, and I'll throw that scrap of paper in my fishbowl. I have a fishbowl in my house filled with random punchlines. And every once in a while, I'll shake the bowl, and I'll dig in there and just pull one out and see if I can make that shit work. And I picked one for this special. It's not an easy punchline to pull off. Are you ready? Yeah. Here it goes. The punchline is, so I kicked her in the pussy. I haven't finished the joke yet. I just know whatever happens in the beginning of the joke, at the end of the joke, for some reason, I'm gonna kick somebody in the pussy. And it's going to be hilarious. When I was growing up, I was probably about 8 years old, and at the time, we were living in Silver Spring. My parents did just well enough so that I could grow up poor around white people. And to be honest, when Nas and them talk about the projects, nigga, I used to get jealous because it sounded fun. Everybody in the projects was poor, and that's fair. But if you were poor in Silver Spring, nigga, it felt like it was only happening to you. Nas does not know the pain of that first sleepover at a white friend's house. When you come back home on Sunday and just look at your parents like, y'all need to step your game up. Everything at Timmy's house works. Timmy was one of my first white friends, like, in my life, man. And one day I was at his house, we were just hanging out, and Timmy says, "Dave, why don't you stay for dinner tonight?" I said, "Oh, man, I'd love to, but I can't. If I'm not home before dark, my mother will kill me." That was a lie. My mother had several jobs. I hadn't seen her like 3 or 4 days. And the only reason I lied to Timmy was because at that point in my life, it was my experience that white dinner wasn't delicious. I'd rather go home and fry some bologna or some shit like that. But then old Timmy threw me a curveball I wasn't expecting. He said, "Well, it's too bad you can't stay, Dave." I said, "Mom made stovetop stuff." I said, "What the fuck, stovetop?" Well, hold on, nigga. Let me make some phone calls real quick. I had seen that commercial so many times. I had dreamt of getting my hands on some of that stovetop stuff. So finally, I met a motherfucker that actually had a box of stovetop in the house. I couldn't miss this opportunity, so I pretended to call my mother. And then I came back and I said, Timmy, you're not gonna believe this great news. Mom said I can stay. He said, fantastic. He said, why don't you come with me and we'll help set the table and then we can say the blessing. I had no interest in setting this motherfucker's table or saying these crazy ass Mormon prayers. I just wanted that goddamn stuffing. So I told Timmy, I said, you know what? I'd love to help, but let me go wash my hands first. My plan was simple. Wash my hands slowly, and by the time I'm done, the table will be set, the blessing will be said, and all that there will be left to do is eat. Went to the bathroom, washed my hands very slowly. I must have been in there for about 10 minutes. And suddenly, one of his mothers came to the door. She was like, hi, David, right? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, Timmy tells me that you're planning on staying for dinner. I said, I hope that's not a problem. She said, no, it's no problem. In fact, we'd love to have you. It's just that we weren't expecting company. And I'm afraid there's not enough stovetop stuffing for everyone. So I kicked her in the pussy. Bam! Ladies and gentlemen. Well, okay, R. Kelly is different. I mean, you know, if I'm a betting man, I'm gonna put my money on he probably did that shit. I'm pretty sure he did that shit. You know, it's bad, okay? So a couple years ago, I was doing a show in Detroit, and I'm sitting backstage in my dressing room. A friend of mine comes by, this chick, Dream Hampton. Dream tells me, right before I'm going on stage, she goes, Dave, I'm working on a documentary about R. Kelly. Would you like to be in it? And I was like, nah, bitch, I'm cool. I went on stage, I just forgot about the shit. And then 2 years later, the documentary comes out, Surviving R. Kelly. And when it comes out, Dream's promoting the shit, and she keeps bringing me up. She said, I asked Dave Chappelle to be in my documentary, and he said it was too hot for TV. Bitch, I did not say that. It does not even sound like how I talk. Oh, that's too hot for TV. I would never say that shit. But I'm gonna tell you guys why I wasn't in the documentary. It was a very simple reason, and I cannot stress this point enough. The only reason that I didn't do it was because, and it's very important, I don't know this nigga at all. I don't know anything. I don't know anything that they don't tell me about. I don't hang out with this nigga, nothing. So what the fuck do I gotta be in the documentary for? This guy, R. Kelly, got another sex tape out now. You believe that shit? This guy makes more sex tapes than he does music. He's like the DJ Khaled of sex tapes. Another one. Like, damn, nigga. It's a lot of tapes. He's like the DJ Khaled of sex tapes. Another one. Like, damn, nigga. It's a lot of tapes. The new one's so bad that they didn't even show it. I've never seen anything like this. The prosecutor in Chicago came out in a press conference and read to the media a transcript of a sex tape. Have you ever heard of such thing? This nigga read the sex tape. And it was so bad that R. Kelly sounded guilty in the transcripts. It's fucking amazing. 16 times the girl's age was mentioned. Isn't that crazy? This motherfucker is an idiot. He was fucking her like, yeah, this is the best 14-year-old pussy I've ever had in my life. And she was like, you like this 14-year-old pussy? He's like, oh yeah, I love this 14. I'm like, man, you need to shut the fuck up. You gotta give your lawyer something to work with. You're supposed to be on the tape like, this is the best 36-year-old pussy I've ever had in my life. And then your lawyer can be like, Your Honor, clearly my client thought that this woman was 36, as he mentioned some 16 times in the tape. They gonna know you lying, though. You know what I mean? Everybody knows no such thing as good 36-year-old pussy. Doesn't matter what I say. And if you at home watching this shit on Netflix, remember, bitch, you clicked on my face. Celebrity hunting season. Doesn't matter what I say, they're gonna get everybody eventually. Like, look, I don't think I did anything wrong, but we'll see. They even got poor Kevin Hart. Can you imagine such a thing? Kevin Hart, let me tell you something. It was Kevin Hart's dream to host the Oscars. That's what he told me. And I remember when he told me, because I was thinking to myself, it's an awfully strange dream for an African American. Kind of nigga dreams of hosting the Oscars. Kevin did, that's who. And he did it. Against all the odds, Kevin became the most famous comedian this world has ever seen, and he got the job that only one black man before him had had. He was gonna host the 80th Oscars. And I don't know what you know about Kevin, but I know Kevin Hart is damn near perfect. As close to perfect as anybody I've ever seen. In fact, Kevin is precisely 4 tweets shy of being perfect. Ten years ago, Kevin had made some very homophobic comments. I'm not gonna repeat what he said, because this is Atlanta. You know what I mean. I'm sure there's a lot of gay men here tonight with their wives. Far be it from me to offend anybody. All right, I'll tell you what he said. But just remember, these were not my words. These were Kevin's words. It was a long time ago. And I'm paraphrasing because I'm not good at telling other people's jokes. Okay, Kevin said that if his little son was demonstrating or exhibiting homosexual behavior around the house, that he chastised him. He'd say, hey, that's gay. And then he said he would smash a dollhouse over that child's head. Ooh, the gay community was furious. And I don't blame them. I got a lot of gay friends. And all of them, 100% of them, all have told me fucking horror stories about the shit they had to go through just to be themselves. Crazy, crazy stories. And in all those stories, I gotta say, not one of them has ever mentioned anything like their father smashing a fucking dollhouse over their head. Because clearly Kevin was joking. Think about it. You would have to buy this nigga a dollhouse to break it over his head in the first place. Does that sound right? Is anybody gonna do that? The gay community was upset, and then they put so much pressure on the Academy of Motion Pictures and Sciences that they went to Kevin and said, if you don't apologize to that community, then you cannot host these Oscars. And then Kevin said, fuck it, I quit. And then he went on every talk show in America and apologized for 6 weeks. Kevin fucked up. I understand the mistake he made because I've made the same mistake early in my career. This is many years ago, 15 years ago. It's when I was doing the Chappelle show. Thank you. On network television, they have a department that's called Standards and Practices. This is the department that tells you what you can and cannot say on television. And if you're doing your job well, you should never hear from them. But if you make a Chappelle show, you'll hear from these motherfuckers all the time. And remember, this is 15 years ago. I made a mistake. I didn't even know I had done anything wrong. I had written a sketch that had the word faggot in it. So I had to go to Standards and Practices. They called me up. I don't know why they're calling me, but I like the lady that runs the department. She's usually really fair, and was one of my favorite people I've ever worked with. So she sits me down. We have a nice conversation. She tells me, oh, the sketches are great. Oh, fantastic. Why am I here? She said, because, David, there's no way you can ever say the word faggot on our network. I didn't know I did anything wrong. I didn't try to defend myself. I said, all right, fuck it, I'll take it out. Have a good afternoon. And as I was leaving, it occurred to me, hey, Renee, quick question. It's just a question. Seriously, I want to know, like, why is it that I can say the word nigger with impunity? But I can't say the word faggot. And she said, because, David, you are not gay. I said, well, Renee, I'm not a nigger either. But you see, what I didn't realize at the time and what Kevin had to learn the hard way is we were breaking an unwritten and unspoken rule of show business. And if I say it, you'll know that I'm telling you the truth. The rule is that no matter what you do in your artistic expression, you are never, ever allowed to upset the alphabet people. You know who I mean. Those people that took 20% of the alphabet for themselves. I'd say the letters, but I don't want to conjure their anger. It's too late now. I'm talking about them L's and them B's and them G's and the T's. People be surprised. I have friends, all kinds of letters. Everybody loves me, and I love everybody. I got friends who are L's, I got friends who are B's, and I got friends who are G's. But the T's hate my fucking guts. And I don't blame them. It's not their fault, it's mine. I can't stop telling jokes about these niggas. I don't want to write these jokes, but I just can't stop.
I never thought I'd say this, but Kim Jong-un up against Donald Trump is a strange situation because you don't know who the crazy person is. Kim Jong-un actually released a statement. The leader of North Korea, he released a statement saying Donald Trump is a psychopath. I cannot work with him. Do you know how insane that is? For him to send a message about Donald Trump, where he's just like, guys, I'm wild, but I mean, I don't know this guy. And Donald is crazy. People ask me all the time, they go like, Trevor, come on, you're not being serious. I meet South Africans, they go like, Trevor, come on, man, Donald can't be that crazy, man, eh? Come on, you've got to give him a bit of credit, man, something. Guys, that guy's crazy. Then they'd be like, is he that stupid in real life? Then you're like, yeah. And he's like, so is he stupid like Malima and them? Then I'm like, no, guys, Julius is smart, don't play those games. I know people get tricked by Julius Malema and Jacob. Those guys are smart. Especially Jacob Zuma. People get fooled by him. Because he's got that cute vibe. Always giggling. That guy is a master tactician. Look now, votes of no confidence. He survived again. People are shocked. How did he do it? How did he do it? If you watch Days of Our Lives, he's the Stefano De Miro of this game. Every day he wakes up looking in the mirror going, like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. And a lot of people make that mistake. I've realized a lot of people make that mistake. They think our politicians are stupid. Maybe it's because of how they speak. Maybe it's because of how they sound. Jacob Zuma's smart. Jacob Zuma was the head of intelligence for the ANC during the struggle. Jacob Zuma started the chess team on Robben Island. A lot of people don't know that. He started the chess team. Yeah, that's why he's so good with moving the cabinet around. He's busy, yeah, Pravin like that because he's a horse. Check. Donald Trump is not like that. One thing I'll say about Jacob Zuma, catch him in a corner, ask him anything about policy, that guy will rattle it off. He may not know how to read, but he knows what he's talking about. Donald Trump has no clue about any policy whatsoever. He knows nothing about geopolitics. He knows nothing about his healthcare. Every time Donald Trump answers a question, you know he doesn't know the answer because he answers it like he's a contestant in one of his own beauty pageants. That's how he answers it. Every time you see Donald Trump on TV, you can see he's making it up as he's going along. They'll be like, Mr. President, can you tell us about your healthcare rollout and how pre-existing conditions are going to be covered? I know! We're gonna have so much coverage, folks. The best coverage. All the coverage. I'm gonna get it. All of it. It's gonna be so good. Great. Some people even say the best. But how is it gonna work? It's gonna work. It's just gonna work, folks. It's gonna work. It's gonna be done. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be done. And the people in South Africa and Iraq and the countries and health and insurance. And we're gonna do all the things healthy with the money and also, thank you. Donald Trump is losing his mind, saying the craziest things. We're gonna build a wall. And Mexico's gonna pay for it. I love how Mexico's like, we ain't paying for shit, man. We might build your wall, but we ain't paying for it, man. Stupid. Donald Trump's just doing his own thing. Everything seems to be going wrong for him. Now he's getting ready to start a war, launch a nuclear weapon. North Korea, they will know. Fire and fury. Fury and fire. Fast and furious. Tokyo Drift. Like no one's ever seen. This guy's gonna blow up the world, people. He's not having a good time. So I correct people all the time. I go, look, man.
Can't speak Spanish with Indian head motions? It doesn't work like that. ¿Qué pasó? Been traveling a lot on this tour. That's the fun thing about being on the road, is going to countries I'd never been to. I was in Thailand. I know a lot of you have been to Thailand. It's not far from here. Well, I like how a lot of you don't want to admit you've been to Thailand because you're fucking perverts. That's why. Thailand's great. When I go to countries I've never been to, you know what I like to do? I like to experience what they're famous for. Not ladyboys, you filthy pirates, all right? I was in Bangkok. You know what's funny about Bangkok? It doesn't matter how old you get. When you hear Bangkok, you'll giggle every time. 42 years old, I'm like, Bangkok. Because you start thinking about the origin of names, right? And you start trying to figure out how they came up with that name, like they were having a meeting in Thailand. They were like, we need a name for the city. Okay, quick lunch break, we come back. What happened? Bangkok. Kind of makes you wonder how they came up with the name for the island of Phuket. You know what I mean? What do you want to call that island? I don't know. Fuck it. Whatever. Just. I went to when I was in Bangkok. I went for a Thai massage. That's what else they're famous for. Just so you guys know, if you go to Thailand, you want a Thai massage, just say you want a massage, not a Thai massage, because they understand that it's already Thailand.
You blew it!
But I didn't know. One of my friends was telling me about the Thai massage. It's actually customary over there for the lady giving you the massage to. Not shoot dice. I mean, finish you off. And I was like, well, all right. And I just out of curiosity, I was like, well, why do they do that? Not that I'm opposed to it, I just want to know why. And he goes, oh, because, you know, they give you this great massage and you're relaxed all over your whole body, except for dead center, you're stiff. And then he's like, well, when is a man most relaxed? Right after, right? And then you add a great massage onto that and you're just fucking jello when you leave. You can tell who's had a massage. Everybody walking through the streets of Bangkok. Hey, all right. Is he hammered? No, he had a great massage. So I was like, all right, I'll try it out. So I went for my massage, and just my luck, I'm not making this up, just my luck, when I was there, they had just passed a law saying that these women weren't allowed to, they were no longer allowed to finish you off with their hands. And they weren't gonna start blowing everybody, it's not that kind of party, you know what I mean? Because even when they do finish you off with their hands, it's not done like, you know, outside of Thailand. Like, over here it'll be considered dirty. Everyone's, hey man, you wanna go to rub and tug? You know, it's like, it always has that gross undertone to it. Like you go to a rub and tug and the lady's talking shit to you, oh, so big, you know, and she's taking her time and, you know. Not over there, it has nothing to do with sexuality. It's just like to, you know, to relax you. So they've got it down to like 2 pumps and like ding, ding, get out. You know what I mean? Like, they don't care how big, how small, they're like just ding, ding, get out. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure out what's gonna happen when I go for my massage. So I go, what happens? He goes, I don't know. I go, well, you're gonna find out. And I go, all right. I go, will they still finish me off? Probably, but I don't know how. I go, all right, great. So I go for my massage. This cute little Thai lady, she gives me this great massage down my back, down my legs, down my feet, up my legs, up my chest, and then she gets to my hog. And I know something's gonna happen, right? But I don't know what, so I just tilt my head back and relax, right? And I feel a wonderful sensation on my wiener. And I'm thinking maybe she's doing the old, you know, like the elbow crease. I don't know, like, I say the old like it's a move or something, but like, I mean, I've never had a girl go, ooh, you like that? No, I don't know, right? I'm just saying. I'm thinking maybe she's doing it with her feet, which I like, you know what I mean? I like women's feet, that works for me, right? So I'm like, I feel this great sensation, so my curious side wants to see what's happening. So I look up, I swear to God, she's doing this. She's giving me the best wrist job I've ever had in my life. Like, I didn't know you could do that with a wrist. I went back to my hotel room that night because it felt so good. I thought I'd give it a shot, you know? Just sitting at the edge of my bed, I'm like, all right. Just a note, fellas, if you're gonna try this tonight, take your watch off. That's all I'm saying. Don't be the reason you have a Bangkok. I was in the Middle East. Where are the Arabs at tonight? Arabs? So it's a lot of Arabs. It's a dangerous amount. What style of Arab are you guys here? Lebanese! What the fuck is Lebanese? Is that some sort of hamburger topping that I don't know about? Yeah, mate, how you going? Let me get a hamburger. That's my impression of you guys. I don't know what the fuck it makes me laugh. Hey, how you going, mate? No worries. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Are you a particularly high-strung bunch of people that you have to tell everybody, no worries, stop worrying, mate, all right? Are you worried? No worries, all right, yeah. I always feel like I should shove carrots in your mouth when you're talking to me. Hey, how you going, mate? Shove carrots in your mouth when you're talking to me. Hey, how you going, mate? No worries. Not worried. You shouldn't be. Like Lebanese. Let me get the ketchup and some Lebanese on that, please. What's Lebanese? It's lemon and mayonnaise. Why don't they call it lemonade? Lebanese sounds better. My Lebanese friends, ever gone back to Beirut? Let me tell you something. I've partied all over the world. And by far, without trying to suck up to you guys, because I'm scared. But out of all the places I've been to in the world, Beirut parties like you've never seen before. Like they literally party like there's no tomorrow. There could very well be over there, you know? You've never seen chain smoking. Like you go to Beirut, you see chain smokers light up a cigarette, finish, and throw it on the ground and start another one. Lebanon, 3 at a time. Literally, one this hand, and like one of those fake blue ones for safety. You know what I mean? And I'm like, dude, aren't you worried about getting cancer? I will never die of cancer. Do you have the cure? The Yehudis will kill me well before the cancer can. I don't have to worry about that, cancer. Cancer, AIDS, no disease will get me. Don't worry. I know what the problem is in the Middle East. My Arab friends, listen up. Here's how to start change over there. Here's what the first problem is. Arab men will never say, no, I don't know. They will never say no, and they will never admit to not knowing something. It somehow emasculates an Arab man to not know something. It doesn't matter what it is. If he doesn't know, he'll make up a story. And he will yell it at you. Doesn't matter what you ask him. It could be something as simple as, hey, do you know how to make a cake? Because, yes, of course. Everybody knows how to make cake. Really? Because I don't know how to make cake. Could you show me? Yes. You know how you can tell when an Arab guy's lying? He'll start his answer off with, okay. That's the fucking tip-off. When you know he's lying, right then. Because I'm like, really? I don't know how to make a cake. How do you make a cake? Okay. First, you get cake. Then you make it for 20 minutes. Then you have cake. Are you sure? Because I don't think that's how you make cake. That is the only way to make cake! They've been making cake like that since the beginning of time! Like, all right, don't get crazy. I'm just asking. It's true, it doesn't matter what you ask them. If they don't know, they will make up a story. And this really happened to me last year. I was in Dubai. I was in Bloomingdale's, the department store, the American department store. So clearly, there's a problem with the Jews and the Arabs. So I'm in Bloomingdale's. I'm looking to leave the store. I'm looking for an escalator. I see a security guy standing there. I walk up and I go, "Hi, is there an escalator in here?" "Yes." "Do you know where it is?" "Yes, of course." "Do you think you could tell me where it is?" "Yes." Fucking tell me then, right? Okay. You go straight, then left, then right. I have no reason to doubt this guy. Go straight, then left, then right. So I go straight, I go left, and I go right into a wall. There's another guy working in that part of the store. I go, "Excuse me, is there an escalator here?" He goes, "Do you see one?" I go, "No, I don't see one. That's why I'm asking." "Do you think maybe they put a wall in front of it?" I go, "I don't know what I think. That's why I'm asking you." "Why would you think there is an escalator on this wall?" "Because some guy that worked here told me there was an escalator here." Maybe he lied. Who the hell lies about an escalator? Apparently that guy. I go, "Is there an escalator in your store?" "Of course. How else you go up and down?" "Do you know where it is?" "I work here." So did that guy. "Can you tell me where it is?" "Yes." "Where the fuck is it?" "Okay. You have to go back. Then go straight, then left, then right." I go, no. That's how I ended up here. Those are the same directions. "Well, that's what it is." "Are you sure?" "Why would I lie?" "Why would that guy lie?" "That's his problem." I go, "Okay, thank you." So I go back. I walk past the guy that gave me the bullshit directions. Now I'm hoping as a man that this guy is going to continue to lie for me. At least do that. You know, when I say, "Hey man, there's no escalator over there," I'm hoping this guy's going to be like, "What? It was just there 1 hour ago. They moved it?" But nothing. I go, "Hey man, there's no escalator over there." This guy goes. That's the problem in the Middle East. Arab men, you need to know how to say, "No, I don't know." Do you realize how much shit could have been avoided? The Iraq War would never have happened. They knew they didn't have weapons of mass destruction. But when the U.S. asked them, "Do you have weapons of mass destruction?" "Yes, of course." Everybody has weapons of mass destruction. Even the Iraqi people are like, "What are you doing?" "Shut up." Where are they? Okay. Go straight, then left, then right. And I don't speak Arabic. Sadly, I don't speak any other languages. I know, phrases and stuff in other people's languages, but I have a theory. If you don't speak another language, you can fake it. The trick is to know what another language sounds like. And then when you do your impression of it, sound angry when you do it. Because when you're angry, you'll screw up whatever you're trying to say anyway. It doesn't matter what language, even if you speak you'll get angry and you'll screw it up. So if you know what it sounds like, you can fake it by just sounding angry. Like, I'll give you an example. If I went to India, there's over 200 languages in India. I don't know any of them at all. I know like a couple of greetings, but I don't know enough to get me in or out of trouble. But I know what they all sound like. And if I was stuck in India and I needed some help, I would just fake it. They would never know. I could be stuck in India in a market, I'd be like, they won't know. They'll be like, "Oh my God, he's very angry. I don't know. I don't know what dialect that one is, but this man is very angry. He's most angry. He's very cross, so cross." That's what Indian people do. We don't want that bad energy in us. We take it and throw it out of our head. We don't get out of my head and into my car. with any language you can fake. And I'm going to Hong Kong in a couple of weeks. If I get stuck there, fuck it. I don't speak Cantonese, but I know what it sounds like. I'll just act angry. I don't know what language that man is speaking. But whatever the case, he's very mad. So mad. I've never seen somebody so mad in my life. Big Asian guy, how are you? Good to see you. You know you're a big Asian guy. I didn't, you know. What style of Asian are you? Chinese. Never heard it quite put with that accent before. All right, nice to meet you, Chinese. Where are you from? You born in Australia? I am. And you're a big fan of meat? Or according to his shirt, it says fucking meat. I didn't put it on there. Look at me sideways, all right. Now, what's your name? Peter, for sure, absolutely, yeah. And your girlfriend? That's Wong. This is Wong. Do you have a Chinese name, Peter? Don't fucking lie to me, Peter. I don't believe you. Where are your parents from? From where? Tanshan? Well, let me tell you something. The Tanshan is building right now. If you don't tell me your Chinese name. There's no way your parents went, that's our baby, Peter. No chance. Unless your name is like P-Ta, you know what I mean? Like, the family name is Ta, and his name's P. P-Ta. P-Ta, lắm nào hổ phá ni. Phây lẩu P-ta. It's fucked up that I said that, Peter. I'm sorry. And that's your lovely lady with you? You guys married? Engaged?
Engaged.
Engaged. Congratulations. When are you guys doing that? You don't know? No rush? She's like, no, fuck that. How long have you guys been together for? 4 years, well. Are you waiting to get to 8? Because that's a lucky number in Chinese? Is that what it is? After 8, mate, then we're good. No worries. Next 4 years, we're going on a walkabout. And how did you meet? And by meet, I don't mean... How did you get together? Work, that's nice. How old are you, Peter? 28. Okay, good. Well, don't rush into getting married at 28. You too, 28 as well, Peter? Same? Oh, that's nice. Oh. You gonna knock her up at some point, Peter? You think, little half-Asian baby, huh? That's what I'm talking about, buddy. I have a baby. I have a daughter. I like her. Well, she's not here. You don't have to clap. I mean, she'll watch this at some point. Yeah, you know. Nice kids. You have kids, you two, English guy? No? No, not yet. Well, you got a unfurry or furry area, and ta-da! I like being a dad. My daughter's good. She's she's 2. She's really pretty. I say that like let me clear something up. If I had a fucked up looking kid, I would be the first to tell you. You know what I mean? I'd be like, yeah, I got a little girl. Fingers crossed she grows out of it, you know. But I'm honest. Like I hate when people tell you how cute their kid is, and then you see their kid, like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like, you see my kid's like, oh, what did you Google a platypus before you showed me your kid? What is that? Not every kid's cute. I mean, they're sweet, but they, you know, you can look at a kid like, ugh. I saw a cute baby in the mall the other day, but just a giant head on this kid. Just like I could tell, like it couldn't even hold that shit up, you know.